Hiya Hinsters, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome too. So the weather is finally a bit cooler. I look much less like a lobster now, less like a homeless man with my beard. I've been able to shave and I feel fresh and ready to go again. So it's nice to be back on camera. I hope you're well. Hope you're keeping safe and well, everyone. This video, we're going to talk about Mercury or Hermes and how it has just moved from the sign of Cancer and into the fixed fire sign of Leo. And this is covering the span of July 19th to August 4th. And of course, this is today the last day of Cancer season as well. Let me know in the comments, please, if you want to see more videos as well about Mercury. I always like to know what you want to watch as well. Also, if you're a Cancer Rising or a Cancer Sun, I do provide 50% off if you book. Today is the last day that you can book, but if you book during Cancer season and you're a Cancer Sun or Cancer Rising, you can get 50% off a reading with me. That can be a birth chart reading, a tower reading, whatever kind of reading that I offer. You can also book for a Cancer loved one and get the same discount. Please do subscribe to this channel if you like what I do and give the video a thumbs up, please. And of course, once Leo season starts, I'll be offering the same discount to Leo Suns and Leo Risings. So the same applies. Just send me an email, get in touch with me. Look at the description box below. So today is, what day is it today? Freaky Friday, yeah? And we're talking about Mercury in Leo. First of all, I made a video already about Mercury in Leo last time that we had Mercury in Leo, so you can go back to that video. I'll link it in the description for more of the general sort of connotations. In this video, I'm just going to keep it quite brief in terms of what Mercury is about. Check out that, please. And also, what is Mercury then? What is Mercury just in a tiny nutshell? So Mercury is things like siblings, friends, neighbors. It is signs, symbols, scripts, writing, languages, quick, short journeys and communications, and things like teleporting and telecommunication, telepathy, all this type of stuff. And also Mercury is about the mercantile. So yes, it has a strong association with money and business. So you can always look to Mercury in the chart to see what might be going on for you in terms of your money or your business. And finally, Mercury is also about curiosity and intrigue, mental stimulation. So I'm going to go through all the signs, the rising signs. I do rising sign astrology. So this is really for rising signs, please, not the sun sign. But if you are a Leo rising, you're having Mercury transiting right now, your first house. And this is actually the joy of Mercury, it is so said. And this is like the spirit, the individual, the personality. You get all that mercurial energy, all that mercurial divinity injected into your experience. And it's very exciting. It can mean that you are becoming way more active or way more communicative. It can also mean that you have lots of bright ideas coming up. It can almost be too much, you know? You could also be having your hands in many different pies, Leo rising. It could be a great time for you to get stuck in there and also to just get more talkative with everyone and everything that you engage with. Virgo rising then. This is going to be a transit in your 12th house. Just let me get my fan, it's a bit hot in here. In your 12th house. And this is the house of things like incarceration, imprisonment, abroad, dreams and all that jazz. And Mercury for you, Virgo rising, is your life path ruler or your first house ruler. And so we're putting that in the 12th house. So this can mean for some of you that you're bravely isolating yourself during this transit. It can also mean that you're going abroad, quite literally. And it could feel like not a holiday like with friends or family, but maybe you're going somewhere on your own. And it's maybe you're going somewhere on your own to study abroad or to work abroad. Maybe it's even your first time abroad. So Virgo risings, a lot of you are having these sorts of more isolating or kind of lone wolf type trips abroad or further afield. Even if you're not physically moving, it can still be 12th house, like a spiritual journey on your own, or some sort of period of experiencing loss as well. That's the 12th house, which helps you become braver, helps you get more in touch with your heart and your self-expression later down the line. Watch out also for self-sabotage, Virgo rising, and please self-reflect whenever you can during this transit. And in terms of drinking, it's quite likely that those who do drink will be drinking more. Maybe even those who never drank will find themselves drinking a little bit more, getting high, dreaming more, lucid dreaming. All these kinds of 12th house stuff can be kicking in for you as Mercury moves through Leo, your 12th house. Libra rising then, this is in your 11th house. This is your friends and your groups, and I think any groups that you're like a part of could be getting more active, more mercurial in some sense. Also friends and also siblings kind of bring in blessings for themselves. They get more good luck for themselves. This is the house of the good stuff rained down on us from the gods and wishes granted. So you could be seeing a lot of that. Libra rising. Scorpio rising then. This is in your 10th house. This is like putting yourself out there now, Scorpio rising. This is square energy though, because we have something transiting Leo. I don't know, maybe you're feeling emotional about it or stubborn even about it, but it's a great time for you as Mercury goes through Leo to get onto the LinkedIn or the whatever platform website that you may use, get your CV polished up and out there. You know, that kind of thing could be really good for you. And also to do things like live streaming or just putting your face out there somehow a bit more. That kind of thing could be really good for you in the end if you overcome the initial discomfort or the initial stubbornness that some of you might be experiencing. And yes, also siblings and friends, they might sort of challenge you publicly or in some very open way. So look out for that kind of thing as well, Scorpio rising. Sagittarius rising then, we have the 9th house here for you. I like this. This is like find wisdom and divine gems. Find all of this stuff by just getting out locally. You don't have to go so far, and it doesn't have to be something extravagant that you're doing, but like just go out like into your street or your block or whatever and engage with the neighbors, the locals, and also engage with your siblings and your friends, the people you kind of see all the time. I feel like there could be things, big things that you're learning from them and or that they can teach you. And also you may have more interest as Mercury goes through Leo in higher education or taking a course of some sort. And also this is a good time for you to publish, get something published, to release something or to disseminate something that may be very like optimistic or something like that, or teachy, preachy. 8th house then for Capricorn rising. This is a transit in your 8th house. So your siblings, Capricorn rising, they might be getting some inheritance right now. You might be getting some messages or communications about debt. So try to get a handle on that. And friends, even siblings, they might be giving you extra work. Usually this is work that's going to give you more money. So that could be good for you as well, Capricorn rising. More work, more money. 7th house then for Aquarius rising. So for you, Aquarius rising, this is like discussions of marriage or commitment in business terms or collaborative terms. This is like a really good time for you to settle on some deals with people, to agree some things. You might have a sibling as well or a friend who you're going to celebrate something with. And also this might just generally mean more nights out for you or nights in that are pleasure filled. So more kind of nocturnal fun for you, Aquarius rising. Now, Pisces rising, this is in your 6th house of things like health. So health, yes, is about to get more attention for you. That could be health, fitness. Take care, Pisces rising, when you're traveling out and about as well. Whether you cycle or you drive or you're walking, running, whatever, just take care not to just take care, Pisces rising. And also many of you might need to hire or pay a sibling or a friend to do something for you, to provide you some kind of service. So if that's going to help you and make things easier for you, get that friend or that employee even, or that neighbor get them, hire them to help you. Okay, Aries rising. This is in your 5th house. So this is things like kids getting more active. If you have like creative projects, if you're an artist, for example, or a musician, something like that, you know, put your hands, please, to these things, these metaphorical children of yours, and put your mind as well more actively on your creative projects. Also for Aries rising, there could be lots of potential for hot dates and, you know, pleasure of the self. This is really good time for that. And your siblings and your friends, they might take a big bold risk of some sort during this transit, so look out for that. Now Taurus rising, this is in your 4th house. Again, we have some square energy going on here. Your home, your house might become busier in some sense. Your siblings, your friends might cause you to go home when it's difficult or uncomfortable, or there might be some sense of you having to go back to the past. There might be something also like that's uncomfortable but necessary when it comes to engaging with your family and your roots. So again, like with Scorpio rising earlier, if you just try to overcome the initial difficulty or the initial challenge, it might actually have some good teaching moments for you. It might just spice things up for you, Taurus rising, as well. You're being super intuitive and super proactive, and I'm loving it. Sometimes for some of you, it's like a bit much, it can get a bit egoic, but I think for most of you, it's just like your intuition is super high now with Mars and the moon right now as well in Taurus in your 1st house, if you're Taurus rising, and Mercury in the 4th house for you is just like hitting all your 1st house stuff. And yes, it's kind of like it will be in, these are angular houses as well, by the way, the 1st and the 4th house, so it would be hard to miss something to do with home or roots or going back to the past. Gemini rising, this is in your 3rd house, so this is like getting way more talkative, relative, engaging more with your locality, similar to Sagittarius rising earlier, and your friends, your neighbors, your siblings. And this is also like competing with yourself as well a bit more. Mercury is also your ruler, like with the Virgo rising. So this is quite an important transit, a quite important change for you. So yes, competing with yourself, competing with others. You could get much more playful, much more cheeky. You might switch things up quite a bit, Gemini rising, in terms of competition. And also you can easily be business savvy or have this sort of organizational peak during this time. Cancer rising then, this is in your 2nd house, so please watch, Cancer rising, I'm a Cancer rising, please watch out for erratic spending and overly giving to people. Watch your bank account, it's like watch your energy as well, and what and how much you're putting into things and people. Boundaries. And Cancer rising, also speak your truth and speak from the heart, because the 2nd house supports the 1st house. So this is a 2nd house transit, Mercury is there. So the communication of things that are going to support you, and the writing of documents, of filling in of applications that are going to support you. This is a give house, the 2nd house. So the planting of seeds as well, that kind of give and take. This is on the give side of that pole. Also Cancer rising, give to your friends, please, if you can, who are loyal to you. Give them the time, the attention. Maybe they need you for something. Please support them, give them things, invest in them if you can. Okay, and that's it from me, my loves. I'll see you in the next video very, very soon. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. I love you very much. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye.